What is going on, y'all? It is your girl Biola iyaKIN here with a new YouTube video. I don't know about you, but I'm thinking that intro is getting a little corny. Just a little bit corny, don't you think? Anyways, welcome back to my channel, y'all. If you are a new viewer, it is good to have you. Here you're going to find everything you need to know about non-performative yoga education as a student and also as a teacher. So if you're looking to learn these 8 limbs, to apply them to your yoga practice or to enhance your yoga teaching with these limbs, you are definitely in the right place. Be sure to click the subscribe button so that you don't miss all of the other episodes within this series, and give me a like so the YouTube algorithm knows that y'all are vibing with my stuff. If you've been here for a while, you know that we've been doing this 8 limbs of yoga series where we're breaking down each of the limbs for modern day practitioners. How do we apply these 8 limbs now today? How do we take them out of the woo, out of the ethereal, and turn them into practical tips that we can use on our spiritual and personal development journey? If you haven't already, be sure to click the playlist somewhere here or down below in the description box so that you can catch up on all of the other limbs that we've discussed within the series, so that you can practice these in the order they were meant to be embodied in. Today we're going to be exploring the 6th limb, known as Dharana. Dharana is the 5th limb, and it basically means concentration, laser focused concentration. Now that's a very general term, so we have to apply it to today, get a full understanding as to why that's even important. Why do I want to practice focus and concentration? Actually, earlier this morning in my meditation practice, I do a pranayama meditation every single morning to specifically align with my breath, to remove my identity from my wayward thoughts, which are constantly moving, and instead align my identity with my breath, something that is almost fixed. Breath encapsulates consciousness, and if I can identify with my breath, this thing that is almost fixed, I can drop into my consciousness and gain greater awareness as to who I am without identifying as the sensations and or thoughts that I am feeling. So this morning, when I was practicing my pranayama breath meditation, I realized how essential focus and concentration is. Because what keeps on happening, doggone it, is I will start by counting my breaths, counting the inhale, counting the exhale, literally draw my mind to the tip of my nose. So I'm just internally watching the breath fall out of my nostrils and come back in, or sensing the rise and fall of my chest, because as soon as I even drift away from focusing on that just a little bit, I immediately get carried away by my thoughts, and I forget what number I'm counting in terms of breath counts. With that, I see the necessity of focus and concentration. Because without focus and concentration, we are going to be at the whim of whatever thinking, thought, feeling, sensation is going to come. And they are always going to come. They do not stop. Thoughts and feelings are pervasive. They are always changing. They never stop changing. They don't stop. So the practice is not to try to stop thinking. The practice is not to stop feeling. The practice is to focus on what is true, which is the breath. That focus will help us to no longer be at the whim of those things, and as a result, we're not carried away and we're at the whim of depression, and anxiety and all of these things that come as a result of the deregulation we get from those thoughts and those feelings. They have a thought, it creates a feeling, another thought creates another feeling, and we just keep journeying down that pathway till we're completely dysregulated by all of these overwhelming sensations that started with being carried away by our thoughts. This is so much more than just your breath. It is your consciousness, your awareness. It's so much more. It's a huge part of our essence. And if we can align with that when everything is moving and changing and shifting around us, we feel a lot more empowered in our body and in our lived experiences. And what's so phenomenal, I have to say this about pranayama, is that in my breath practice, I've been learning so many different things. I never knew that I could learn or receive downloads in my pranayama meditation without having to search for something. And what I mean by that is I've been practicing savidhyaya, which is one of the yamas. And savidhyaya basically means self-study. And I've been studying my mind rigorously over several years, over 10 years, the length that I've been practicing yoga. And the way that I've practiced self-study is by going into my mind and rigorously trying to understand the origins of my traumas, understand the origins of dysregulation, understand the origins of dissettling sensations. And in doing so, I always had to kind of go find in my subconscious mind the things that are causing me to repeat cycles of suffering. And within that, I've continuously gotten downloads to help me uncover the root and origins of these things that I'm experiencing. Now, in my pranayama meditation, I'm not searching, finding, looking, seeking anything. All I am doing is focusing my mind to align just with my breath. And it's been miraculous because I've been getting those enlightening downloads without having to look for the stuff, without having to ravish my mind trying to find what's wrong with myself, which shows me that this rigorous need to seek out shadow obsessively is not required. So the next time that you are practicing meditation, or you're practicing pranayama, or you're practicing asana, the physical postures, allow yourself to begin to find greater focus and concentration on what is real, on what is true in that moment.